In this video, I will share with you 5 tips that will help you speak fluently in English. Let's get going. The first technique is to read out loud. Yes, pick up any book and open any page from that book. For me, Ikigai is my favorite book, and if I have to read out any page, I would say the basic practice involves sitting with a straight back and focusing on your breath. Anyone can do it, and you feel a difference after just one session. By fixing your attention on the air moving in and out of your nose, you can slow down the torrent of thoughts and clear your mental horizons. Now, your job is just to read the paragraph. You may not get any sense out of it, that's okay. You might mispronounce the words, that's okay. The focus is when you are observing these words, subconsciously you are registering the sentence structure. You're registering the patterns, the phrases. For example, anyone can do it. I might have read it over here, but tomorrow if I have to talk to anyone, I can say, anyone can do it. We all can do it. You can do it. Anyone can do it. So these phrases, I may not know whether it is a tense is there, what is the tense, where is the verb, where is the conjunction. I don't care. What I care about is the formation of the words. Else, maximum people when they read, they just read in their mind. No. When your ears listen to you, you remember the sound. You remember the sound of those words. So when you're talking to someone, you're able to understand what the person is saying. There's a right mapping happening when you read out loud. Is it clear? This technique has helped me immensely. Also, as a bonus for you, when you read out loud, you improve your clarity of speech. You must have heard me when I was reading out this paragraph, how clear I was, because I need not focus on what I have to say next. My mind is entirely focused on what I have to say now, because everything is written in front of me. I need not think about whether grammatically I'm right or wrong. I just have to think about one thing, that is clarity of my speech. I have to just think about how well I can read out loud. That's it. This technique will help you immensely. Pick up any article, any paragraph, whichever is of your interest. I'm not asking you to pick up a book that you don't like. Pick up anything which you enjoy. Sounds good? That's the first technique. The second technique, that's my favorite. And the reason why it's my favorite, because it has helped me and thousands of my students immensely. And the technique is to record yourself. Yes, we have all heard about practicing in front of the mirror. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the fairest of the all? Something of that sort, right? Now the mirror might lie, but your recording, your camera, that will never lie. The way you use your voice, your expressions, everything, even the way you have formed sentences. Right now, I'm recording myself. When I listen to my audio, I will notice whether I formed the sentence properly or not. Happens when we are talking to someone, we think that we are speaking in perfect English. There is fluency, there is structure, everything is good. But when we listen to ourselves, we realize it did not work. I did not pronounce this word correctly. For example, I was recording a video 2 days back, and when I listened to myself, to my audio, I was surprised. I pronounced the word as question, whereas the exact pronunciation is question. Question. I had practiced it. But since childhood, I had been speaking it as question, 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 question. So when I was recording my video, I didn't realize it. And I said question. But when I listened to my audio, I was like, oh Divas, this is question. So when you will listen, when you will record, when you will listen, you will be able to figure out what all you have to improve. Now, You might think, Divas, how can I improvise? Who will correct me? Have someone around you. Someone who can correct you. Join a group, join a course, join someone who can guide you that, okay, this is how you have to pronounce, this is how you have to. Or the best case, in case you have no one around you, you go on Google and check out the pronunciation of the words, not the words. Because in the past, you'll watch a lot of my videos on YouTube where I have been subconsciously saying the words, the bottle, the microphone, the camera, the mobile phone. No, it's the mobile phone, the camera, the bottle, the elephant, the egg, the eye. You know the logic, right? We won't go into that about the vowels and stuff, but just helping you understand that how I have improvised, and today also I do improvise. Whenever I listen to my audios, I'm able to work on it to make it better. So do check for yourself, go on Google, check for the exact pronunciation, pick up any word from the entire paragraph that you read and check out the pronunciation of that word. If it is the same, the way you pronounce it, boom, bang on. If not, improvise it. It's a process. Sounds good? That was your second tip. Number 3, super powerful. When I was working with Infosys in Chennai, I had only one language to communicate with people around me. I did not know their native language and they did not know my native language. Challenge? What do? You have to work with teams, you have to talk to people, you have to buy your food, you have to talk to the locals of that place. A big challenge. Well, while talking to the driver, while talking to the maid, it was a challenge because that person did not understand English. However, while talking to people who are working with me as colleagues, it helped me improve my English, because when the other person is trying to speak with you in English, you listen to them. You know the context, what the person wants to say, and then you make sense out of it. The point is having the environment where people don't laugh at you. That's important. That's important. If you have people around you who speak well in English, but they make fun of you. I remember back at my school days, I had some of my friends, won't call them friends, would call them as batchmates, who used to laugh at me. But don't try to act smart. Just talk normally, okay? Don't act cool. Just talk normally. And not just school, even in college, I was bullied, where whenever I tried to speak in English, to improvise, there were people around me who were trying to say, hey, check it off. Can't you talk in Hindi? Are you ashamed of talking in Hindi? I was like, no, I'm proud to speak in my mother tongue. I'm just preparing myself to speak in a language that will help me in my career, in terms of the corporate communication, the business communication. That's the only reason. I have nothing against my native language, nor I'm a big fan of English. You all should be proud of your language, folks. However, surround yourself with people who support you, who don't say, hey, what's wrong with you? Rather, they support you, that it's okay. You might make mistakes, it's okay. Even if you have 5 to 6 people around you who always support you, who always encourage that, okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay, we can do it. You can do it, it's okay to make mistakes. You'll get the support, yes or no? You'll get the support, and that encouragement makes a big, big difference. As I recall my days in Chennai, I don't know whether she'll be watching this video or not. One of my colleagues, Miss Monisha, right now she's in the US, serving the world. I was fortunate to have her as my buddy in Chennai, where we could talk to each other in English. She was a Toastmaster. She used to speak brilliantly, and I was fortunate to be in her company, where I used to get to learn so many things by the way she used to communicate. And not just Monisha, I had Vasant, I had one more name I'm forgetting, Vinod, I guess. A lot of people around who used to talk to me in English, and that helped me a lot. So surround yourself with people who can talk in English. Yes. The fourth one. This one is my favorite. Watch animated movies. You must have heard a lot of tips that Divas, should I watch movies to learn English? But I'm not able to understand. They speak so fast. Their accent is beyond my comprehension. Do I refer the subtitles? How do I do it? It's a challenge, I understand. I have gone through a similar journey where I literally, you won't believe it, I used to avoid going with my friends to watch English movies. I used to give some random reason that, you know what, if any day I get to see a movie by Katrina Kaif, I'll be the first one standing in the queue. But English movies, I don't relate with it much. The reality was, I did not understand what they were saying because they used to speak really fast and I wasn't that good in decoding what they were saying. So I was avoiding it. However, if you have to improvise your English, your spoken English, your fluency, then start watching animated movies. Think about it. It's a super technique. Movies which are animated are generally made for kids. Kids may not understand that kind of accent, that kind of language, and it is more simple. The sentences that are formed or the dialogues that are delivered, they are much more simplified. The vocabulary, the language used is much more simplified so that everyone can understand. And if you are a beginner, I will encourage you to start from there. When I say a beginner, don't take it personally. I'm still a beginner. I'm still a beginner. When I see Dr. Shashi Tharoor, I am a beginner. So every single time you think that, hey, you know what, I'm the best. Look at someone who is doing well and get inspired. Don't get intimidated. Don't get scared. Don't get I get inspired. I get inspired. So watch animated movies. There are a few movies which are one of my favorites. One is Coco. And a lot of movies, be it Soul. These are a few of the movies which I have simply loved, and I'm sure even you would enjoy watching all those movies, all the Toy Stories and all. If you have your nephew, your niece, any kid in the house, sit with them and watch. Enjoy with them. You'll have a lot of learning for sure. And now the last one, the fifth technique that will help you on an everyday basis. मुझे भूख लग रही है. What? मुझे भूख लग रही है. I'm feeling hungry. मुझे जाना है. मुझे जाना है. I want to go. The point is, the daily conversations that you have with people around you, try to have them in English. Form basic sentences. If I have to call someone, I will not say, मुझे call करना है. I have to call someone. I have to call him. I have to meet him. I have to drink water. मुझे पानी पीना है. Right? The moment you look at things around you and start addressing them in English, your mind will automatically start thinking in English. So tomorrow, if you have to say that, zara bottle dena. Bottle is an English word, yes? Or क्या example है? Which example should we take? Pen. मैं पेन से लिखता हूँ. I write with the help of a pen. Why don't you say it as a kalam? Kalam is the exact word, but then you call it as pen because the moment you see this, you say it's a pen. Right? It's just about familiarity with the words. The more familiar you get with the words, it could be as basic as watch. What do you call this? Ghadi or watch? You might be calling it as a ghadi, nothing wrong with it. But from now onwards, ghadi. Watch. Clear? The moment you start calling things around you in English, it's a good sign. You are training yourself. You're training yourself. Works. So these were the 5 techniques that worked for me and for thousands of my students become fluent in English. Yes, it takes time. I will not give you a false promise because I care for you. I see a lot of people saying that, oh, you do this in the next 5 days, you'll become a magical person, you'll become super fluent. In the next 2 hours, you'll become super confident. No, it doesn't work like that. It takes time. When you do this every single day, by being consistent and being okay with not seeing immediate improvement, you will certainly see results. You might take 30 days. Try it out. Try it out for yourself. It depends from case to case. You might take 30 days or 60 days. Start with 30 days. Apply these techniques, record yourself, and see the improvement from day 1 to day 30. Pick up any article, any blog, read it out, and see your journey. I'm sure you'll be able to improve your fluency in English. This language does give you a lot of opportunities to grow in your career and to connect with anyone in the world. On this note, I wish you all the best, and you have to tell me, out of these 5 tips, which was your favorite tip? Let me know in the comment section. I will wait for it. Till then, stay awesome and stay productive.